In this lesson, lesson 5 will be covering selection statements. Let us review. There are three control structures. The three control structures are sequential, selection, and repetition. Control structures are how the programs are written. So there are three ways. The first is sequential. It is doing line by line, from top to bottom, one by one. For example, in the example, it gives the sum. It calculates the sum of two integers x and y, followed by calculating the division, the quotient of two numbers x and y, x divided by y. Give the result and it calculates the result. Selection is making a decision, which is what we'll cover in this lesson, which is example, if h more equal to 18, then print adult. If it's not equal and more than 18, which means less than 18, print underage. Repetition is doing something repeatedly, which is doing it again and again, and for a while it can be either sentinel loops, which is according to condition, or counter-based loops, which is according to how many times has it looped, has it repeated. So let us look at selection statements. So there are 5 selection statements here, 5 here, and all of them actually are doing the same things, which are used to choose among alternative courses of action, which means all of them can function well if you want your program to make a decision. You want your program to decide between doing two things or more. So if else, ternary condition, nested if else, and switch can all do the same things. Let's look at if statement. This is the simplest because it has no else, it only has one condition, and if it's not true, then it will just jump out of the if statement and continue the next lines of the program. So it decides whether to execute a statement or compound statement, which means more than one statement within the if statement block, or skipping it, which is why I say if it's not true, then it will ignore the whole if block and go to the next line. It only performs an action when the condition is true. So according to the example given here, if student's grade is greater than or equal to 60, which means at least 60 marks, if this is the condition, then print passed. Condition true, then print statement goes to the next statement. If false, ignore print statement, goes to the next statement. So you can see that in if statement, if it's false, it ignores. If it's true, yes, it does what is in the if block. So the condition, if you see here, this condition is actually enclosed in brackets. It must be enclosed in brackets. If grade is more than or equal to 60, then it executes printf, which means print is the function for printing passed. Okay, we need to know if you want to use printf, we must include the hash include studio f, so that we can use printf function. If statement can only do if it's true, it does the what's inside. If it's not true, it skip to the next statement. But if else statement can specify an action to be performed both when the condition is true and when it is false. That's the difference. For if it's true, it does perform the action in the if block. If it's not true, it skips the if block, it doesn't do anything, and it goes to the next statement out of the if statement. But for if else, it can do something when it's true, another thing if it's false. In the example, if grade is more than or equal to 60, the condition, if yes true, the grade is at least 60 mark, more than or equal to 60, then printf pass, the student has passed. If not, that means it doesn't more than or equal to 60. If less than 60, it prints fail, the student had failed. So the example is a sprite program to enter the mark. Thank you guys.